Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new analysis video. It is currently 12:18 a.m. and I gotta get some rest. One thing, I was kind of wrong with my analysis today. I'm gonna go through those errors as it's a great growth opportunity. Thank you, totally shout out for the encouragement. And then apart from that, I'm also gonna be essentially doing two videos some days during the week where I also upload a video in the afternoon. So with that said, let's get into it, okay? I have a lot of graffiti on my charts, mainly just because, I'm getting started studying price. I'd be marking the lows and then deleting levels that aren't important. Okay. Now, overall, we're going to go ahead and look at where price is headed and where it's potentially going. Below these prior lows, obviously, there is going to be sell side liquidity below, and that hasn't necessarily been violated. So we can definitely focus on that. What I want to focus on today was these two relative equal highs that were taken out. Okay. And then we have these relative equal highs up here, which was actually traded into today, creating another high. Now, ultimately, we have been seeing bullish prices, and so we can look at this as a potential target. But one thing ICT talks about is not picking highs. Now, if these highs were to be taken out, we might even expect it to trade into this fair value gap. Not exactly sure, but there is also a level of liquidity from this bearish candle here to the low of this bullish candle here. There's a fair value gap. And then also from this candle, there is a small fair value gap there. So we can also expect, price to reach for those levels of sell side liquidity. Okay. The biggest thing is that we have this untapped liquidity here. It's been trading into it. It looks like it wants to take it out, but we're going to have to focus on price and kind of see where that goes. Now, the biggest thing, we're going to go to the 15-minute. Okay. And we're going to talk about the day. So give me one sec, zoom out here. All right. Okay, so here we are on the 15-minute. I'm going to add my graffiti back. It's going to look a little complicated. I'm going to break it down, okay? So we're looking at today's range, okay? We have the open in the AM session, or not AM session, sorry, 12 midnight, okay? We have open. Mark the opening price, these green dots, and price continues to trade higher, okay? Now, right after the London session, okay, we see massive displacement lower into the sell side, and this would be a Judas swing. So we have this accumulation here during the London session. Okay, then we have displacement lower into the sell side, trades to the top of that prior fair value gap, which I do have marked, and then after that into the 8:30 New York AM session, we then see higher prices. Okay, we have this low right here. This low is actually violated here, and we have displacement higher. Now, obviously, this is not very refined, but regardless, we're going to break it down more and more, and it will become more and more clear. My analysis was wrong mainly in the afternoon, and I'm going to elaborate on that later on. Okay, so bear with me. Here we go. So we have right now, okay, price trades up, creates a low. I marked that low. Okay, I marked it. I marked a few other lows, but either way, price displaces massively, creates that low, displaces massively higher. Okay, and from there, we can actually see that after that displacement, we can see it actually taps that low, or it trades into that fair value gap, but that low is not violated. Okay, very important. So after that, we can see a new low is created right here. We're going to focus on that more and more as we drop into the lower time frames. The 5-minute, still not very refined, but the biggest thing to highlight here is this massive displacement that is traded back into. Okay, and then we also see moves into this buy side liquidity, which is taken, and then we see prices go lower. So I was doing this on my phone when it happened, and then we can see, this here, which I'm going to go over in a second, but mainly focus on this low, this displacement, the buy side liquidity that was taken right here, and then after that, we look at a prior low, which is traded below. It trades below the prior low. It actually trades down below the order block, which also is a bearish, or not bearish, breaker block. Sorry, it's a breaker block. Okay, that's something I marked, or my friend totally marked, but I didn't really see it as a breaker block because I don't know a lot about that. But it was good to see that, my friends who are also going through this, I had that level marked as relevant. So it's good to see that. So now we're on the 3-minute. All right, we have this low here again, focusing on that. I marked that low, and again, there's no like trigger here or anything like that. There is this fair value gap, which it does trade into, and I could go over that, but the biggest thing, okay, is here, this buy side liquidity that was taken. So we have this order block right here, but regardless, I had these relative equal highs marked. That liquidity gets taken, okay, it displaces lower, okay, and from there we actually have it trade below to, sorry, we have price trade all the way into this sell side liquidity, okay. So from here, we have this fair value gap. This would be our trigger, okay, which would be to the low. That's that sell side that I marked. And I didn't really look at this on the 3-minute at all. I just want to jump to the 1 minute now, to be honest, because I feel like I'm just rambling. I didn't really look at that time frame. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So here we are on the 1 minute, and then this is pretty much as refined as I can get it. So initially, this is the New York Open. Okay, we have it creating this low. Okay, we see after it creates that low, we see massive displacement higher, creates this high. I marked both of those levels. We have it within this range. Okay, after that, we do see massive displacement into this fair value gap. Okay, and then from there, okay, we can see that this is actually violated into the buy side. Okay, we can actually see that these relative equal highs are violated. Okay, we get that liquidity taken. Price trades lower. Price actually trades. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, I on the 1 minute, that's gonna be too far out, that liquidity. So let me just like my little fucking 88. Sorry, let me not curse. Anyways, all right, here we go. Back to it. A little ADHD brain. So, anyways, we have this low, this high. Price trades above it, takes that buy side liquidity. Okay, after it takes that buy side liquidity, we have massive displacement lower. Okay, and then from here we have this low that was created. Okay, price trades back up, and then right here, this could be our trigger. Okay, we have a prior low broken. Of course, then it goes lower. Okay, we have this liquidity here in the form of a fair value gap. Price trades lower. Price trades into this fair value gap back here, which I should refine that a little more. Okay, we'll mark it from there. Okay, anyways, price trades into that fair value gap. Okay, there's liquidity there, obviously. Okay, we have this short-term low here, which is violated. Okay, and then we have this the morning low that was created after the open, which is violated as well. So we have buy side liquidity taken, sell side liquidity taken. After sell side liquidity is taken, we can focus on this relative equal high, or these highs here. That's why I drew out this green line. And then from there, price actually trades, price goes ahead and actually trades above that. Okay, and this would be our trigger right here within that fair value gap. Okay, price trading above that, and then from there reaches into the buy side. Okay, trades to the low of this order block, which is what my friend totally was saying is breaker block, and then from there we see this real choppy back and forth movement throughout the rest of the session. Okay, then trading back into this liquidity here, but also good to mention that we have these relative equal highs right here. Okay, we have like these, just a lot of like relative equal highs right here. Okay, and then from there, as soon as we have lunch, okay, we actually see massive displacement right at lunch, massive displacement lower, taking out these sell side relative equal lows. Okay, now after that, we're not going to focus on lunch. Here's where I was wrong. I believed that before all this happened, let's act like that's not there. Okay, I believe that it was a possibility that we would see, you know, these highs taken out during lunch, and then if it was taken out, we could see it trade here, but then go lower. So I was expecting that we would see bearish prices, which is where I was wrong. And my friend totally kindly corrected me, okay, because we actually had this level of liquidity here that was waiting. Actually, before lunch, we traded into a discount, okay? So we were in a discount, price traded back up, kind of consolidated. This is around equilibrium from this range, okay? You can see that that's around equilibrium, okay? Now we have this, which was a rebalance intermediate term high, and we have all these relative equal highs here. Well, look, after lunch, guess what? That buy side, it gets taken, okay? That's the missing piece. That was what I got wrong. Okay, ultimately what I got wrong was I was expecting prices to go lower, not paying attention to these relative equal highs, not paying attention to the fact that it went into a discount, and that's why that was my analysis. Okay, now after that, okay, we can see that price continues with this movement actually passing this prior high, okay, trading to the high of the day, and then consolidating for the close. Now, I didn't really study afternoon. I didn't really trade or anything. Mainly, I study in the AM because I don't have time to really study price in the afternoon. Now, that's pretty much everything. Let's talk about if I was going to enter on this, where would I have entered? The biggest thing that I would be looking for is these breaks in structure, and then obviously in this case the high being taken out into that buy side, or in this case, we had this. Where was it? Okay, sorry. So in this case, we had this high that was taken out, displaces below. Okay, takes out the high. We have this low created. Price trades up. Okay, a little order block, a change in the state of delivery. Okay, and then after that, price trades below. That would have been my trigger with my stop loss right above here. It never gets touched. Price displaces lower. Boom. We have this low right here. These relative equal lows violated. Okay. After that, that also violates that side. Okay, and then price trades here. This would have been my trigger. Okay, my stop loss would have been actually right here at this prior low, or even within the order block right here. Okay, let's change in state of delivery. Or sorry, right here. Got confused for a sec. This order block here. Okay, but mainly I feel like I would be most confident with these relative like below this prior low. Okay, or even this low, but this low I would probably do on micro, to be honest. It's too far, too much drawdown for me to handle personally, all the way up to here. So anyways, after that, price do this little consolidation thing, do this displacement. Okay, with these relative equal lows here, we had these highs here. Okay, these relative equal highs that were violated right here. Okay, on the buy side, violated. Okay, after that, price does this little ditzy thing. And then after that, the low here is traded to again. So now there is sell side actually below here. These relative equal lows right here, here, and here. Okay, and then price trades above these relative equal highs before closing out for the day. Okay. Now the biggest thing I want to do is I want to start going through prior price action and studying it. Again, today's event was the 9 a.m. Fed Chair Powell speaks. Okay, 9 a.m. Let's look how that reacted at 9 a.m. real quick. Just before I close this off, this will be the last thing I promise, guys. So 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m. Boom, 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 boom. 9 a.m. Okay. Nine a.m. is this candle right here. These massive moves of displacement, which funny enough, looking at that here on like the 15-minute, I was confused by it. I wasn't even paying attention to that news driver. I knew there was one today on Tuesday, but I just saw, hold on, get to the current eye. Damn, it's like taking us all the way back. What I saw was this, these candles here. Okay, and we do have price like trading above this, like trading this fair value gap, trading above this short-term high right here. So we could have also looked at that, but I'm not going to elaborate on that anymore, to be honest. I've said my piece. That's pretty much everything. Today I got something wrong. I'm definitely hoping to get more things wrong in the future, and it was a great experience to learn today. That's all. Bye.